start today with, we'll do a mega box. We'll do 2 mega boxes to start off. Swim Coach, are you a big 3D printer guy? All right, I'm gonna try to get my logo up there. I only have a 1-color 3D printer, so I see all those ones with big fancy 4-color printers. I'm only a 1-color guy. Well, thanks everybody. I want to get started with the mega box. We have a few spots left, but almost always full, and that's how we run it here. And like I said, if you see if something big comes up, and like Christian Eckes is for $5. If a Christian Eckes 101, I'll put it up for the group. So hang out with us and let's have a good talk, and let's see what some good cards are going on here. Good luck, everybody. Let's start with this. We got a mega box going on. Let's see what kind of hits show up. Of course, all cards are going to be shipped to you, so don't worry about that. And we're starting with a mega box. We'll do 2, 2, 2. Always fun. Here we go. Half at a time. And I'll try to move. I think I was a little long on Tuesday. I think it took me a little longer to do. One second. I gotta enlarge the chat. I can't see it. There, oh, that's too much. There we go. Now I can see. So there are right now for us, I see 14 spots left. If any of those spots you're interested in, let me know in chat. Right, I'm not going to hold up the break any longer. So if you want Austin Hill, I can run it at auction. A lot of times people like to wait to see if some big hit comes up if they're on the fence. We'll see how it is. Here we go. We have, starting off with Matty D. This is the Blue Velocity, and right behind it is, like we were just saying, here you go, Linda. First Panini points is for you. I'll put it in a top loader so we don't lose it. There you go. Next up after Linda. Wow. Congrats on that. Next up after Linda is Tebro. The 400 points. That was the first one we had. There are some nice, I looked at it. The NASCAR drivers aren't too bad. Okay, NASCAR drivers aren't, it doesn't cost that much to get some NASCAR autographs if you're looking for. I think Chase Briscoe was at 150 points. Here, Unleashed, that's our insert. Here's the base. An optic of Jeff Gordon. And there's a memorabilia, a souvenir swatch. I kind of like these. They're nice, clean, nice, sharp cards right there. A nice, clean look. Daniel Suarez, Butterbean on the insert. The Unleashed. Here's our first laser Emerald. Arc Emerald rides, the rides laser. If you're putting the set together. Optic Terry Labonte. Another laser of Raja. There's Raja Kruth. And Noah Gragson. The Blue Velocity Noah Gragson. These two, if you do want any of these, send me a direct message. Don't post it in chat. I'm going to miss it. But send me a direct message. I'd be happy to send you some of those, as I did before. There's our first blue laser, the Carolina blue laser. These are out of 99. Andre Perez de Lara. Okay, that's our first Wall of Fame card out of 99. If you're new, anything under 100, I'll top load right away to keep it fresh and put it on our Wall of Fame right there. Right behind it is a silver William Byron, silver optic. One more optic of Clint Boyer. And one more blue laser. Wow, little Noah Gragson this time. There you go. Still out of 99 is our best number. We're going to beat that. But 99 for Noah Gragson. We'll put the blue lasers right there. We got one rides and one base card, and just a couple more bases in that half box. Okay, so far the Panini points. Tebro, you're next. And like I said, if you do want any of the contest cards, just send me a direct message, and I'll be happy to include those contest cards when I send you your cards. You should get shipping notification today. I'll try to get into the... I have nothing else going on today until I'm chaperoning the 8th grade dance at my son's school. Ooh, for the fool's gold. I think that's fool's gold. Let's see. Here is a Gio Ruggiero, Carolina blue. And yep, that's not, I thought it was a little gold. That's just a little spellbound. Spellbound there. How about a Austin Beers? This is the laser again. Those are the parallels, is the laser, and then the optics. That's the big thing about Megas right there. Tanner gray. The Dinger optic. And a little Heim Time season highlights. What else we got? Tyler Reddick blue. That's a free Tyler Reddick. Oh no. Yeah, Wicked. You got Tyler Reddick. Kyle Busch spelling. And another laser of Tyler Reddick again. Tyler Reddick showing up in this box. Kevin Harvick. How about a blue Kevin Harvick? Blue Velocity optic. Those are not numbered. But still, I'll get a penny sleeve for you. Got Dale. And Kyle Busch on the Race Kings insert. And there we go. There's our first box. Okay, not too bad. So, Dylan, what's that? Yeah, we have 15 spots here, 14 actually. And if one does show up, I know some people like to wait till they see a hit. You know, if you're on the fence, if you're an Austin Hill person, well, people pick up Austin Hill right away. But if you're on the fence and want to see if there's a nice hit first, I'm fine with that. I don't want to hold up the brake any or force you to buy something you don't want. But if it is my discretion. If Austin Hill 101 shows up, maybe I'm keeping that one. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I know it's kind of weird for some people who, you know, don't open up the boxes until everything sells. I'm just kind of waiting. I want to see what's inside the cards. I think that's the fun part. Now, if you want it, if you enjoy how we do it, and I got all the drivers posted in the next 3Ks break. The first part of it is we're starting next Tuesday. And I'm going to try a new time at 8 a.m. instead of 9 a.m. Central. So I'm going to let you know if that works for you. If it doesn't work for you, let me know on that. I'm going to start it at 8, a little earlier, 1 hour earlier than usual, just to try it out, to see if I can make it. There we go. How about Ty Gibbs, a free Ty Gibbs? That was a gimme on the laser. And Dale Jarrett is the optic. Frankie Nunez laser, and there's Carson Hocevar is the blue. Right behind it there is a blue Michael McDowell, the blue Velocity. I like those. Jimmy Johnson spelling. Well, we had the points and this memorabilia was from the first box. We had a little Daniel Suarez memorabilia. I think that's what they're thinking about. The points count, and then the Suarez counts as a memorabilia. How about a Jeff Gordon, a little Carolina blue Jeff Gordon, 249 parallel, and Raja silver. Usually, I think we're getting about 1 silver per box in the Megas. Silver optic. Here comes another Carolina blue of Darrell Waltrip. There you go. Winston Cup, Darrell Waltrip. Optic is Daniel Dye. How about Ricky Stenhouse? Optic. We got Ryan Blaney Unleashed. And just a few more base cards from that half box. This must be, we'll see what it is. I will say we're getting about, for the 5 boxes, 1 or 2 autographs. 1 autograph from the Megas and maybe 1 autograph from the blasters, and of course the hobby boxes. So, because last break we had a bunch of, I think 4 Panini points. So we'll see. Here's our second, finish up our second box. Let's see what's in it. Andre Perez de Lara blue. And how about these are kind of fun. How about an ice David Reagan? Got a little scratch right there. These are not numbered, but I think we're only getting not many of these ice ones. This one, David Reagan. I think that went with the group drivers. I think David Reagan was with the D's. I forgot who picked that up. And right behind that is out of 99, out of 30, I'm sorry, this is an SVG Ice Race Kings insert. Those are out of 35. Take a look at that. On the cracked ice. I think that's kind of nice. SVG right there. That's a nice, that's a good one. Let me put that in there. I'll move that box. Get that out of the way so people could see it. I think that's a fun insert. Our low number is 35 then. Here comes Jesse Love, blue, velocity, and the B, the Spellbound. B for William Byron. An optic, Sammy Meyer. And Joey Logano. There's our second memorabilia. This time a little Joey Logano memorabilia. How about Tyler Reddick, Race Kings? So no autograph, it looks like, in this one. Zane Smith, Velocity, and a Bobby Labonte blue laser. I'm sorry, backwards. A laser, a blue Velocity, and a laser was Zane Smith. Right there. That was a laser. I keep getting those backwards. Cole Custer Optic. There's our first RFK. That's our first team logo. And how about a laser Carson Osavar? And a blue Velocity Optic is William Swatch. Just a few more base cards to finish up 2 boxes of Mega. So the low number was the Race Kings. The Race Kings, and I believe those are exclusively to Mega boxes and Blaster boxes are the ice ones. So the low number was the Race Kings. Let me clean up here. And up 1 Panini points. Let's see what's in. Let's do a few Mega boxes. We'll do 2 of these. And remember, this is the end of our case, and we have not had a slingshot. It says right on there, there is slingshots. So, we'll see. We'll see. Our first Mega box here. Now remember, look at the 14 spots left. If you want to lock in somebody, if you've seen enough. Honestly, I have not seen anything big from anybody yet. So, but if it does show up, I'll post it up. You know, if that Kurt Busch is still available, if you get a something good Kurt Busch card, we'll add it in. Because I don't collect Kurt Busch. Okay, here's our first Mega. Let's see. Cut it thin to win. Here's the Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett is the Optic Silver, and Connor Zilic. Looks like tires. Connor Zilic's Souvenir Swatch. Butterbean Unleashed. Now this is the parallel. The other one of Carolina Blue. This has the lime green. Austin Cindric. These are out of $1.99. And there is the orange Velocity Matt Kenseth. That's a good color match. Matches well with the yellow. An Optic Caden Honeycutt. Right behind that. is another Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney with his lobster. Ryan Blaney. Optic. And how about a cracked ice? These are out of 149. William Byron cracked ice. And a Race Kings Kyle Busch. Here is a laser Ty Gibbs. Tony B on the optic. And in the orange, Parker Retzlaff, Parker Retzlaff orange. If you're doing the rainbow, got to make sure you get one of these. Here's Dale. Race Kings. And the last pack has Eric Jones. And a Spellbound. There's Alex Bowman. Just a few more base cards in that one. So far, pretty what we've expected. Like I said, I haven't seen an autograph yet. We're 2 mega boxes in, and this is our second blaster box. We had a points that Linda won. Next up is Tabro. Tabro's next up for the points. If you saw the giveaway, if you want to still check out, remember I can repost the link in there if you want to check that out. On who's next? It's Tabro, then JR, then T Cook, then Wicked, then South of 30. Hopefully we don't have that many points. The SVG was, hold on a second here. Let me finish this. That's our low number so far. The SVG, Shane Van Ginsburg was out of 35. It was a cracked ice. Here we go. It was a cracked ice 29 out of 35 on that one. Yeah, not too bad. That's our low number so far. We're going to try to beat that with, well, there is a memorabilia of Christopher Bell. The souvenir swatch. A lime green Terry Levante. 14 out of 199, Dale Jarrett. To follow. There's an optic Ross Chastain. There's Richard Childress on this one. Here is the orange Velocity. Is Riley Hurst. On the optic, Connor Zillage Unleashed. On that insert. Let's keep moving. We have, looks like an optic of SVG again. And another optic, Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece optic, the orange Velocity optic. Joey Logano, Race Kings. Right behind it, Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe, orange optic. Alex Bowman, M. Looks like we're going to put Alex Bowman spelling together. And our last pack has a Velocity of Ryan Blaney and a Kyle Petty optic to finish off box number 2 of Blaster box number 2. And let's do 2 hobby boxes here. So just going through it. 2 blasters. Hopefully we're ready for an autograph because the 2 megas and the 2 blasters did not have autograph. I know Donruss is not a big autograph. There's some nice ones, and the rookie autographs are always the best, but Donruss is not a big autograph product. I have heard, speaking of product, Select is on its way. I have heard rumors that Turn 4 is still in this year. And they might be revamping a little bit, but I think they're going to use this pretty close to the same stuff. Has anybody heard anything about Turn 4? Let us know. Nothing new. There wasn't any, in the chat. There was no new releases. Oh, look for this product coming out. The only thing about Select is the hobby boxes have black color glass, which makes me know. So the color wheel, maybe they got rid of color wheel. Did they get rid of the color wheel? Or is color wheel going to be in blasters and megas? Or Is they're going to do white color blasts and blasters and megas? I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be. But they're having a black color blast as the hobby exclusive. Turn 4, yeah, I haven't not heard any what they're saying about Turn 4. I haven't heard if they're going to change anything. I like Turn 4 at $100, $100 Turn 4 box is fun. A $200 Turn 4 box, maybe not. There's William Byron Optic. They're at 200 right now, so obviously the demand ended, or I don't know. Lane Riggs red parallel, and Carson Hocevar E. Here is a blue Terry Labonte. What do you think, Elder Boy? He's not a Turn 4 fan. There's Raja. And Carl Edwards, looking all dapper in the suit. An Optic Austin Beers. There. Wild card. Here is the Kellogg Man, Terry Labonte. The red-blue parallel, and Carson Hocevar again. The Matt Kenseth. And Austin Cindric. There you go. We're putting the whole Austin Cindric rainbow together. We had a blue and now a Ross Chastain Unleashed. Just a few more base cards in that stack. How about Lane Riggs? And right behind it, boom. Oh! There you go. Little Ernie Irvine printing plate. That's the first printing plate this year I've seen. I pulled anyway. There you go. Let me get that taken care of for you. Who had Ernie Irvin? Look at that. That's nice. Let me give a shout out here. That's going to JR. Is JR still here? There he is. JR. Congrats. It is what color is it? Black? I thought they said the color on it. Well, congrats. I'm going to put that right here. There's a 1 of 1. I haven't seen a 1 of 1 out of any of these boxes yet. The cyan, is that the color? I'm not good at color. What's that? There, yeah. If you do come up with, like Dylan's saying, if you do come up with a trade, let me know. I'll send it to the correct person. Not a problem. Let's keep going on the R. But that's nice. That's nice to see a printing plate show up. Let's see what else is showing up. Okay, here is Dawson Sutton, and Sheldon Creed. And there's the Dinger, suited up memorabilia Dinger. Yeah, that's the first printing plate I pulled. No Gregson Unleashed. Here's a red optic of Zachary Tinkle. Right behind it is Sheldon Creed. And I was looking at Jeff Gordon, a little out of 99. Unleashed Jeff Gordon. That's a fun card. I like the Unleashed, and the explosions just makes it a little fun. That's a very enjoyable card right there. Take a look. Try to get the shine on it without the lights being there. Still haven't had an autograph yet. My autograph row is pretty empty. The parallel row is getting filled up. Oh, that's just a base of the rides. Let's see where the autographs are. Alex Bowman, John Paul Southern Optic, and another Jeff Gordon Race Kings. It's nice to have a 1-of-1, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Ernie Irvine. I have an autograph of his because I met him. Let's finish this. This is our first hobby box. see the what's that? So yeah, what have we heard on Select? I'm reading it, Mark. So well, that's good. That's good. We'll see what Select has in it. Honestly, I was thinking about last year. I was thinking about I was thinking about just $5. Anybody have a price? I mean, you could say, hey, put them at $50. I don't know. Until I had Counterzillage at $5 when we started. I didn't know how to price them out. I don't want to overprice them or underprice them. We'll let the market decide what they are. Here's Austin Beers. How about SVG? SVG is a lot today. And then here's Noah Gregson, Unleashed. This is a hollow out of $1.99. Keep it going with Josh Berry. Right behind it is an Optic, a little Corey Haim. And there's our second Brendan Poole of the, okay. We had, I think this exact, not 21 out of 25, but I think we had a Brendan Poole autograph in the last, on Tuesday's break. So there you go. No offense, Brendan Poole, but I can't say anything bad about him. I just don't know the guy. Here is Mr. Keselowski. We got the King. No, that was Dale Jarrett. Okay, let me slow down here. I'm trying to go faster because I think I spent too much time yesterday or last Tuesday. William Byron, but I don't want to miss anything either. For example, Josh Berry, and right behind it is Andre Perez de Lara Optic. I believe this is a black out of 39. Not our low number yet. Well, our low number is going to be 1 of 1, but this one happens to be a black. Was a Pandora, a black number 18 out of 39. Can we see that? Yeah, there you go. Got the camera in the right spot. Yeah, we're getting a lot of Andre Perez right here. We're getting a bunch of those. Let's finish off this handful with Ryan Blaney season highlights and just a few base cards for there. And one more for our first hobby box. A nice one at a 1 of 1 in here. Let's see what else we got. We have Takuma. Here's a Ty Gibbs, a free Ty Gibbs suited up. And Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson on $1.99 of blue. William Byron spelling. Here's a red Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson red out of $2.99. There's an Optic Jeff Burton. And then Chase Elliott for the Race Kings. There's something shiny coming up. It's an Optic Tony B. Tony B Optic. Silver there. More Jimmy Johnson. Parallel. And Jimmy Johnson spelling. Out of JJ. There is Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith parallel. The red blue Jake Garcia Optic. And Kevin Harvick Unleashed. And a few more base to finish off box number 1. So far, the 1 of 1. I like to see a 1 of 1 card. The printing plate is nice. I like it because it's Ernie Irvan. Slide Ernie back. All right. Let's see. Here's our box number 2, hobby box number 2. And so far, the only autograph is Brendan Poole. So, how do I say this nicely? We got nowhere to go but up. Yeah, let me know when we get closer. I'll probably forget, to be honest with you. We still got a good hour here. But, yeah, if there is something happening, some big stuff happening right now, let's join in. But right now, let's Let's see what we got. There we go. All right. Box number 2. Box number 2. Let's see. Cheat. Anything exciting to start us off? We've got the Butterbean. Is the Parallel, Bobby Labonte Optic, and Kevin Harvick Unleashed. Here is Jesse Love Optic. Denny Hamlin Red. Denny Hamlin Red out of $2.99. The Rides and Alex Bowman W. A blue Ryan Truex. $1.99 there. William Swalich. And there's the Legacy on the Motorsports. Legacy Motorsports. An Optic Carson Hocevar. Filler. The King. There's his STP car. And Alex Bowman B. We'll keep going. Parallel of the Dinger. Allmendinger on the red blue. Matt Kenseth Optic. And Martin Truex. Martin Truex Unleashed. So far, nothing too exciting. Nick Sanchez Optic. Danica Patrick. Danica Patrick Purple. 1 out of 99 right there. William Byron Spelling. How about Junior? Parallel, we got Michael McDowell Optic and Ryan Vargas. A red Burning Rubber out of 99. Chase Elliott Race Kings. Some excitement here. Here's a green Kevin Harvick Optic. A Fergie Nunez Parallel and SVG on the insert. Cups, the season highlights. There. All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn around on my chair or something, like when you're at on the table, at blackjack table. You gotta get the luck back. Any Brendan Jones? Nothing big yet. I have not seen. He's not on the Wall of Fame, so nothing too big yet. We're still missing we need an autograph here and another memorabilia, I believe. And this is our second hobby box that we're working. All right, here we go. What do we got? We're starting with Danica Patrick. Parallel, more Perez de Lara Optic, and there's Dale Earnhardt Race Kings. Coming up with Carson Hocevar Optic Silver. Got the silver on that one. Ryan Preece on the Rides, $1.99. And here's a holographic Carson Hocevar. $155 out of $199 for that one. There is Andre Perez de Lara. And coming up is Zachary Tinkle. And there's Joey Logano, turn of the century. There's a good autograph. Turn of the century, Joey Logano. Silver, I don't believe these are numbered. Okay. Not too bad. Who had Joey Logano? Let's keep it. Joey's going to Young Colden. Am I saying it right? Young Colden, that is yours. Congrats on that. Yeah, I haven't seen any Chris Buescher big yet. That's our second autograph. We'll see, though. We're still fresh in. Here is Chase Elliott Unleashed. It's a nice Joe Logano card, though. And Ty Dillon Optic. Jeff Gordon is the Parallel. And Carson Hocevar is the insert. Let's finish this box number 2. Let's finish strong. we're looking at parallel is Corey Heim. More SVG all over the place here. It's a red out of 199. 81 out of 199. There's Joe Gibbs. The optic is Ryan Blaney. And a little Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed suited up. One color memorabilia. Darryl Waltrip. Red. And Carson Osabar O on the spelling. There is more Dale Earnhardt Jr. This is a blue out of 199. Richard Petty. Optic. And Joey Logano on the Race Kings. The last pack has a silver Corey Day. Optic silver. Right behind it is Ross Chastain, parallel, and Alex Bowman, the A. I think we're good on Alex Bowman spelling. And there we go. There is 2 boxes. What do you think? I think the Joe Logano autograph is nice. That was not numbered. Of course, a 1-of-1 is always good. But I think we got some bigger things coming up. As I clean up here, give me 1 second. I'll post if you did step away, you're missing something, don't worry. I'll post the video. We'll be able to watch it on YouTube. If you follow there, you can see it when I post. Give me a second here to clean up my stacks. There we go. And let's start again. Let's do the 3 mega boxes now. I like Joey Logano. I think he's still in play, but yeah, nobody's any Joey Logano fans floating around. I think we need some more of those. He needs a better publicist, is what he needs, because he's not getting the love he deserves. That's the old sell the sizzle, not the steak. He needs a better marketing team. All right, let's do this. Is our box number 3, mega box number 3. We'll go through the 3 mega boxes here. We'll do the 3 blaster boxes and finish with the hobby boxes. And then don't forget, we're starting a fresh 3 cases. Fresh 3 cases are coming back starting next week. And the drivers are posted, so you can get your pre-bids on everything there. You can pick up the drivers that you want. They're all posted. Make offers. They're all ready to go. All right, here we go. And notice there's 14 spots left. 14 drives. I don't see any pre-bids, but if you want any of those, if you've seen enough where you're like, yeah, I'll take that guy. I haven't seen Brendan Jones, for example. I haven't seen any big names on Brendan Jones yet. But if you're a Brendan Jones guy, here it comes. Let's see what we got. Well, there's Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer's still available. There's a Velocity one. We got Kyle Busch C. Here is the laser of Connor Zilic. Just the glasses kind of freak me out, though. Andre Perez again, all over the place. Another laser of Corey Day. And the Dinger. The Dinger is the blue Velocity. Here is just regular. Just an Allgaier. That's a free. I think Bama had Justin Allgaier for free out of 249, and Jimmy Johnson silver. Followed by more Joey Logano. And how about a little Jeff Gordon? Little Jeff Gordon optic blue. And it looks like Zachary Tinkle. And another Carolina blue Frankie Nunez parallel. 180 out of 180 out of 249 out of the Carolina blues. And then the green, lime green are out of 199. So those are your extra parallels if you're trying to put the rainbow together for your driver in the megas and blasters. All right, this is box number 3. Let's see what we got. We got, here is, and more Panini points it looks like. We got Dale Earnhardt to start us off. Carolina Blue, and there's our Panini points. This one after Linda Tabro. Tabro, you get the 250 Panini points. The first 5 boxes had no points. The next group had, let me write that down. Tabro has the points. 250, and right behind that, who's next? JR. JR, you're next on the points. JR comes next from our checklist, from our giveaways. Race Kings. And now we're getting a lot of points. We just picked the right boxes. Here is Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon Optic. And how about a little William Byron patch? Looks like fire suit. Yeah, there's the 2 autographs or memorabilia cards is what they do right there. I give the points as counting as an autograph. And I believe the patch was, these are just base cards here. The patch was William Byron on this one. Terry Labonte Laser, followed by a Terry Labonte Blue Velocity. Yeah, so far we got, the only autographs we got was in the 2 hobby boxes. About Ryan Blaney Optic. We got Richard Childress again on the team logos. Next up is Corey Day. Corey Day Blue Velocity. And right behind it is Ryan Blaney E. Rich Petty Optic, Jimmy Johnson, Race Kings, and just a few base cards to finish off that third box. Yeah, we're not, I will say the first Megas, we're getting about 1 or 2 autographs every 5. Now, so far, none. We haven't gotten any in this particular Mega run. Let's say this one's going to have the autograph in it. But people are getting the points. You can pick up your own autograph. Who's next on points? JR after JR's T. Cook, and then Wicked are the next few points. Let's see. Here we go. Box number 4, Mega Box number 4. Oops. Keep the stack clean. No peeking. All right, let's see what we're doing here. We're starting off with Sammy Smith, Blue Velocity. William Byron N on the spelling. Here is a laser of Butterbean. And Spencer Boyd is the Optic. There is Kevin Harvick laser. I think it's our second one. And Justin Bonsignor on the Optic. Let's get the base on camera. Here's another Optic. There's something hiding back there. Yeah, I knew it. Well, Sam Meyer, Carolina Blue out of 249. I knew that was sneaky. And Landon Huffman Optic. Laser of SVG, the rides, Red Bull rides, SVG laser, and Daniel Suarez on the Optic Blue. And one more. Here is a Ken Schrader, a little Ken Schrader. This is a lot of blue, a lot of Carolina blue here. That's our third one. Ken Schrader and Riley Hurst is the optic. Got a lot of Carolina blue on that, which you got to use if you're putting the rainbow together for your driver. Got to have it. All right, we have not had, was that points in this box or the last box? Let's see. Could use a Mega Box autograph. Bad rip on that one. There we go. All right, what do we got? Right here is starting with little Josh Williams. Josh Williams blue, and right behind it is Carl Edwards. How about a Carl Edwards cracked ice? Suited up cracked ice. Okay, those are good collect. And then Martin Truex Unleashed. Cracked ice Unleashed out of 149. We have an optic Jeremy Clements and William Byron. Carl Edwards, now William Byron on the Souvenir swatch. And Noah Gragson Unleashed. Noah Gragson Velocity. Let's keep Noah Gragson going. The laser, and the blue Velocity is Sally Mott. Box number 4 has an optic Anthony Alfredo. Josh Berry season highlights. Looks like a Austin Dillon. There's Austin Dillon, the blue Velocity, and William Byron spelling, the Y William Byron. And the last pack of box number 4 has a Christian Eckes optic, and Jeff Gordon to finish off. All right, one more box of Mega. Yeah, now, I understand Donruss is not a big autograph set. I wouldn't be open up to get autographs. I wouldn't be open up Donruss, but it's a lot of variety. That's the thing. Nice thing about Donruss is there's a lot of different variety floating around. So I kind of like that. Here is our last box of Mega. This is our 20th box. So we're finished with the case of Megas on this one. We had a slingshot from the Megas. It was SVG, it was a slingshot. Let's see one more. How about last box magic? Let's see what this box has to offer. I should have kept track of, now that I'm seeing it. Next one, we'll keep track of how many autographs are in a case of Mega. That'd be interesting. All right. Where are we at? We got Zane Smith blue, and a Landon Castle, the ice. These are not numbered, but pretty nice. And how about a cracked ice Joe Gibbs? A purple cracked ice. We got Joe Gibbs Racing out of 149. That's kind of fun. I like those. A laser of Carson Kvapil. A KK optic. A laser of Austin Cindric. And Frankie Nunez is the optic. What's this one? Okay, this is out of 99. That's a blue laser. Okay, we got a Tyler Reddick blue laser. This is 65 out of 99. Now, Tyler Reddick, that's wicked. That was yours. A free Tyler Reddick. I think that was a giveaway. And that's our third one of those. A bunch of those. Congrats on that, Wicked. Here's Kyle Petty, Optic Silver. And Luke Fenhouse. Blue Fenhouse laser, and Harrison Burton optic velocity, the blue velocity one. And about more Tyler Reddick. Here's your Tyler Reddick out of 249. Carolina blue Tyler Reddick, and Butterbean is the optic. All right. Tyler Reddick on the street. Last half of our mega boxes. So far, that 101, but then nothing too small. 35. Okay, 35 was a low number. So let's finish strong on this last mega box. Let's see what we're looking at here. What do we got? We have Chase Briscoe. It's the blue. We got Ryan Blaney, the B for spelling. Here is the patch, Kurt Busch patch. And Ty Gibbs, Unleashed Ty Gibbs. A laser of Joey Logano. And the blue, you got Landon Huffman, blue optic. Here is a little Corey Heim time optic. We got Richard Cholis again, racing. There is Bubba Walls, blue Bubba Walls, blue optic, and more Corey Heim, the E. And the last pack looks like a Brad K, optic, Ryan Blaney, Race Kings, and just a few bases to finish off our mega case. All right, what did I notice? Well, we did have a slingshot from the mega cases a break ago. Now, the autographs kind of dwindled. I think maybe we started with a lot of autographs, and now not as many autographs. Okay? And I just randomly pick them from the case. I don't have any preference on how I pick them. So what is anybody have what's the mega impression here? Is it worth opening up a few more megas? If you're putting some rainbows together, it is, because there's some that are exclusively to mega. All right, here's our blasters. Here's our last 3 boxes of blasters, and then we're starting a fresh 3-case break on Tuesday, next Tuesday. So we're gonna finish strong here. Like I said, the autographs are not, Donruss is not a big autograph, but you can get a couple. Next, JR's next up on the Panini points. All right, here we go. Box number 3 of Blaster. What do we got? Oh, right away, Chase Elliott is the patch. And here's a lime green, Tony B green. These are out of 199. And Bubba Walls on the optic orange, which is fun. Austin Beers. The bow tie is Hendricks Motorsports for that one. And an orange, Matty D orange. Alex Bowman W. Here's our first laser of this one. It is Richard Petty. There you go. Yeah, so far, thank you, Flo. So far, the only 2 came from hobby boxes. We have not gotten an autograph. Optic Raja. We haven't gotten an autograph from the Blaster or mega box yet. Jeff Burton optic. Matt Kenseth, Unleashed. And our last pack for this one has Jeff Burton, optic, William Byron, the R, and Jesse Love. There's Jesse Love out of 199. Sally Mott to finish off with an optic from that mega box. I'm sorry, blaster, that blaster box. Yeah, if we're looking for autographs, I'd stick with Hobby because I'm not seeing a lot in here. Usually we had at least one from each. I'm not seeing a lot from these. I should get shipping today. I'll ship these out. I'll just got to get them out before. They may not get to the mailbox until tomorrow because I think usually it closes around 4 o'clock. I don't know if I'll get these out by my time, 4 o'clock, but I'm all sorted and packed, and you'll get the notification today. The printing plate, this printing plate, it came out of a hobby box, right? Was that out of a hobby box? I believe so. And it's Ernie Irvan. It's a cyan printing plate. Little Ernie Irvan printing plate. Not too shabby on that. Okay, here's the 4th box of Blaster. We're looking at Zane Smith. Zane Smith out of 199. Christopher Bell. Orange Velocity. We have an optic Jake Garcia. And Carl Edwards season highlights in the suit. There's an orange. Luke Fenhouse. And Carson Hocevar. The spelling. Got a laser of Ryan Blaney. That's those are not numbered. Oh, some. Hold on, that might be nice. Well, I don't want to be. Might be fool's gold. We'll see. Here we go. Ready, set. Oh, that isn't. That's a gold William Byron. There you go. That's not too bad. This is 4 out of 10. A 4 out of 10 William Byron. Who had that one? Who had William Byron? Looking like Card Lab. Oh, he may have stepped away. Let's put this right in front center so when Card Lab shows up. That's a nice. That's not too bad. Out of 10. 4 out of 10, William Byron. Congrats on that, Card Lab. Oh, there he is. There he is. Congrats there. If you're rainbow hunting, that's a good one to pick up. Richard Petty is the inserts. Here's more. How about Noah Gregson? The Orange Velocity and Carson Hocevar. One more. How about a laser of Sammy Smith? And then Chase Briscoe is the silver optic, and Ross Chastain is our one autograph or memorabilia. Just a few more bases. All right, here's our last chance for a slingshot. Box number 5. Let's see. Not too bad. I got like an out of 10. A gold Velocity. Kind of like that. Mike, what do we got? There are a few drivers left. I will be honest, I have not seen, like, if you take a look at what's in the auctions, I have not seen Clint Boyer. We mentioned his name a little. No Denny Hamlin. Kurt Busch, I think he got a memorabilia. But of the drivers that are remaining, I've not seen anything big. Nothing's on our wall of fame from those guys, to be upfront with you. There's been parallels and inserts of the remaining drivers. I know some people like waiting until you see a guaranteed hit. And I didn't want to hold up the brake any longer, so I'll take some of the risk with you. Do a little rip and flip for you. If one of those do show up, I'd put it up for auction just for the people in chat. So you're not competing against everybody on eBay for those. All right, here we go. Come on, we need a little something here. Let's see what we can do. Starting with Ryan Preece Optic. And well, here's an autograph. How about a KK? A little Casey Kayan. One of one. Casey Kayan. As I take care of this right now, that's our second 101, and a nice one came out of the last blaster boxes. Who had that? Is that south of 30? Let's see. That's going to, let's just double check that. There it is. That's for $8. Not too shabby. A 101 Casey Kayan autograph. The orange. Looks like fireworks. What are they calling this one? Dialed in. There we go. Our front and center ones are beating the Wall of Fame. What are they calling that? The fireworks card? It doesn't look like. I have to check. I'll have to check on that. Here, let's take a better look. I don't. So, did you get a picture of that? Oh, there you go. Platinum fireworks. Yeah, I think it's called the fireworks. 101. Not too bad. That was a very nice surprise at the end. South of 30. South of 30 has it. If you do come to any type of deal, let me know. I'll ship it to the correct person. Not a problem. Be happy to help out there. Well, 2 101s already. Like I said, we haven't had a 101 yet from any of these. How about a little Corey Heim? Corey Heim out of 199. Jeff Gordon. These mega boxes picked up, or these blasters picked up from the mega boxes a little better. Here is Justin Allgaier as a freebie. What else is coming up here? How about Jake Garcia? And a little Tyler Reddick. This is the Ice Tyler Reddick out of 149. And Alex Bowman. Little Tanner Gray. All right, why was that turned around? I thought it might be an artist proof, but no. I'm going to keep that aside. I don't see anything different about that. Maybe just a printing. Maybe just a little printing run, because this is a laser. Daniel Hemrick and Jeff Verdon. How about Ty Dillon? Ty Dillon orange. And Jeff Gordon Unleashed. And then our last pack of blasters has Sally Mott, orange, Jimmy Johnson, Race Kings, and a Carson Hocevar spelling. And then there we go. That is that's a nice finish. Nice finish. A gold out of 10 and a 101 Casey Kayan autograph. Sizzle, I agree. I like that's the two sets I put together from Donruss, is I put together the Unleashed and the Race Kings. I think the Race Kings is a very good looking one. I like that. Let me clean up a touch here. Let's check chat. Like I said, I apologize. Sometimes I miss chat. Put these in the right spot. Press pass. Well, we did talk about that a little bit. I mean, what do you think? Is Panini keeping it, or are they upper deck maybe? Be careful what you wish for. I don't know if I want Topps or Fanatics to have NASCAR, because I don't know. My first impressions of Fanatics, like you could buy 101s and you could buy the cards online. Okay, from the but couldn't for Press Pass couldn't like Upper Deck. Put it. I don't think like somebody has to have the Press Pass rights. The rights of Press Pass, I would think. It's a 30-year lease. Someone would have to have it. Oh, really? Just check. Nobody? Well, let's go. Who wants to start their own NASCAR company? I think Press Pass was a great product. And with all the innovations going on now, I think we can make Press Pass. At least sell it to Panini. Let's buy the rights and then resell it to Panini. Let's flip Press Pass rights. See the birdie, right. Those are some pretty nice sets, I think. All right, here we go. We're finishing off. We got 3 boxes of hobby to finish off. Hopefully, we're gonna get some good autographs here. All right, right away. It looks like a little mojo coming up. Let's go. We got a Bubble Walls. There we go. How about a little Bubble Walls out of 25? Here comes the low numbers. The Ride, Bubble Walls Rides. Number 6 out of 25. I like Torque. I think some of the Torque is the die cut, because I'm a big die cut guy. I think some of the Torque die cut. I bought out a store, all their Torque, and we had a pretty fun time breaking those auctions. I remember that. We had maybe 5-6 cases of Torque. Carson Hocevar C. Prism used to be pretty good. Prism was all about the inserts, and now they moved away from that, and I think they should go back to that. There used to be 10, 15, or not 10 different types of inserts in Prism. Now there's like 3 with the Color Blast. I don't know. There's Color Racing. Here is an Optic Zachary Tinkle. Right behind it is Kyle Larson. Okay, Kyle Larson. And William Byron. The N. How about Jeb Burton? Followed by Ty Dillon Optic and the Race Kings, Carson Hocevar. I think this year's Donruss, they did a good job. It looks nice. I like the look of it. I think they did a good job designing it. It's nice and clean. The bases are here. Jesse Love. We got Christopher Bell. And then a holographic 170 out of 199. Keep it going. What's coming up here? Sally Mott is a blue out of 199. There is William Swalich Optic. And Matty D is the suited up, the memorabilia, Lane Riggs Race Kings. And how about a silver Sally Mott Optic? Sally Mott showing up right away. Davey Allison. Parallel. And Bubba Wallace, again, season highlights for Bubba Wallace. Let's see, Sheldon Creed. Behind it is Connor Hall Optic. And Kyle Busch Unleashed to finish off that half a box. No autograph yet from this. We have one memorabilia, so it should be coming up. Pretty consistent. I think we haven't gotten skunked on an autograph in a box. But like I said, I don't think Donruss is the big autograph. Let's have a good auto. Yeah, let's have a good auto. Let's see one come. Well, I like Joey Logano. I think Joey Logano is kind of out of favor, but I think Joey Logano I think he needs a new publicist. I don't think he's getting the respect that he deserves. So, sorry about the crinkles. All right, here we go. Second half of box number 3 has, starting off with a silver Gio Ruggiero optic. And there's Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece is a purple, $1.99. And how about a 99, little Joe Gibbs? A little Joe Gibbs Racing. 54 out of 99. The red explosion, I think. Yeah, it looks like an explosion. So the Joe Gibbs. I'm being all positive. We're going to keep that autograph. Let's see. How about more Andre Perez de Lara? A black door number. 74, 41 out of 77. A little Andre is all over the place today. Here's your door number. I like that. I like that they're doing this. I do like that they do the door numbers. Now, if you did miss some, I'll show all those at the end. Well, anything I top loaded, we'll thumb through those just to finish off. Here is Alex Bowman. And, well, there you go. There's our autograph, Noah Gregson. A little dialed in. How do you feel on Noah Gregson? Is this, I don't know. I'm indifferent. I don't dislike him. But he's not on my wall of fame. But congrats on that. You do like a nice auto. Thank you, Flaw. I was going to see who to tag. Noah Gregson is a good autograph to have. Kevin Harvick is there. Here is an optic Matt Kenseth. And Ryan Preece. Parallel. And how about William Byron? The B. The William Byron B. Jake Garcia parallel. Nick Sanchez red out of 199. And that's the season highlights. Josh Berry. That's a good pose, good picture. And what's going to finish off? Finish off this box with more Nick Sanchez. A red Tony B suited up. Suited up color match. The red out of 99. Kurt Busch blue out of 199. And Jimmy Johnson on the spelling. A red Butterbean. Brendan Queen out of 299. Michael McDowell optic. And more Noah Gregson for the Unleashed. A silver Brennan Jones. On the optic, right behind it is Ryan Blaney, the portrait. These are the retro, they're calling them. And JJ spelling. Last pack has Lane Riggs, Bobby Labonte optic, and Brad Keselowski to finish off box number 3. We've got 2 boxes left. Let's go with this one. Okay, 2 1-on-1s already. The autographs are starting to come in there, but we haven't had a. Let's see. So far, only 1 autograph from the Megas and Blasters. I haven't seen a Panini points in any hobby box, so I don't think we're going to get any more Panini points here. Let's finish strong. We did finish pretty strong with the Blasters, a gold and a 1-on-1. On the Blasters, let's see what's coming out of here. That Ernie Irvine that 1-1 came from a hobby box. That's so far on our front and center. And then our Wall of Fame. I think the low number, we had a Mojo. Bubba Wallace. And then a Jimmy Johnson. No, who was that? That was, SVG. SVG was out of the 35. Those are our low numbers on the wall up there. Let's start. What do we got? Michael McDowell. Optic. Austin Dillon. Parallel, and William Byron is the insert. Here is a parallel of Blaine Perkins. Bobby Labonte. Optic, and a little Brett Cruz, a free Brett Cruz. This was a giveaway also. Got to get in on the giveaways. Those show up all the time. Unleashed, Brad K. Here is a red Frankie Nunez. Frankie Nunez, 199, red Optic. Austin Hill, parallel, and JR Motorsports. Parker Retzlaff. Right behind it is Jesse Love Optic and little Lane Riggs. Race Kings Lane Riggs. Finish that stack off. Let's keep going with Alex Bowman. Optic and Carl Edwards. There's a suited up Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards. I kind of like Carl Edwards. I'm a big fan there. Chase Briscoe on 199, a blue Chase Briscoe, and Carson Hocevar in the Chili's outfit. I got to mention that. Junior on a 299, Matt Kenson, Optic, and Chase Elliott on the Race Kings. Here's another Optic of Dawson Sutton. Awesome Dawson. He's having the best rookie season, I think. Not the most hype, but I think he's doing pretty well. Richard Petty. Parallel, and Carson Hocevar again. There is Luke Fenhouse. The Nick Sanchez is the Optic, and an Unleashed Kevin Harvick. To finish that half a box. How you feeling? If you did step away, don't worry. I'm recording this on YouTube. I'll dual stream it. You can always go to YouTube and watch it if you did miss something. I delete all the selling and stuff, so it's just the break up there. So if you do have to step away, I know some people are working during the day. Yeah, we got a bunch of spellbounds. I think a lot of spelling, which is a fun set to put together. I saw someone on the feed. He put together the explosions of all the spelling. I think that was fun. That was a lot of effort. So we've got to like that. All right. Let's finish off box number 4 here. Good luck. Good luck in box number 4. We're still waiting on the autograph. Let's see what it's going to be. We've got a Mojo coming up. Here is Daniel Suarez. Optic. There is Ryan Blaney. A blue out of 199. And more William Byron spelling. What's the Mojo? The Mojo is Anthony Alfredo. 7 out of 25. There you go. That's our second Mojo. We'll put that up here. Bubba Wallace and Anthony Alfredo were the 2 Mojos. Dustin Bonsignor Optic. And Ryan Blaney. His season highlights is the insert. For here, this is Josh Williams. Optic. A purple Ryan Newman. 199 purple. 99. Purples are on a 99, sorry. And JJ Spelling. Spellbound JJ. Rusty Wallace. Kyle Busch. Optic. And the insert is Ross Chastain. All right, last stack. Last stack. What are we looking at here? Starting off with Terry Labonte. Right behind it, that's a silver. Right behind it, Corey Day. We got Corey Day is the rides. And, well, there's more spelling William Byron, but that's a blue explosion William Byron. 43 out of 49. There you go. How's that? We were talking about William Byron, a lot of William Byron spelling. And now a nice explosion that came up. Here's a blue Michael McDowell. There is Josh Berry. And, well, how about a on-card 75th anniversary? Ken Schrader. Not too bad. I think Ken Schrader, a gentleman. On-card. I like the on-card also. It is the 75th anniversary of Ken Schrader. We're in the 77th anniversary of NASCAR right now. But not too bad. Not too bad for Ken Schrader. That's our classy guy. Gotta like him. Martin Truex, Unleashed. All right, let's finish. This box number 4, we got Chandler Smith, Connor Zillage, the Rides, and Carson Hocevar. The R from Hocevar. Oh, how about, what's coming up here? There is Kyle Larson. And right behind it is a Pandora. I think that's our third Pandora of this case. A Carl Edwards Pandora. Like I said at the beginning of the show, that's on my to-do list. I was trying to start calculating how many Pandoras are there. You know, based off of if you read the back here, and you definitely got to get the old glasses out on that one. But I think Pandora is a pretty fun card. And I'm interested to see how many of them there are. So Carl Edwards, that's not too bad. Not too bad, Carl Edwards. We'll put that right up there for the Pandora. Well, back-to-back Carl Edwards. Season highlights. Inducted into the Hall of Fame. Well, there you go. We have one more box. Don't go anywhere. One more box. But Ken Schrader, we got the old-timers hit. I'm just going to clean up a touch. We got the old-timers here. We got Ken Schrader autograph of Carl Edwards Pandora in that box. All right, here we go. Here's our last box of the break. Again, thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me on a Friday fun day. We've gone through the entire 3 cases here, and we're going to start fresh on Tuesday. Tuesday is starting fresh another 3 cases on Tuesday. We'll do 555, and we're going to start 1 hour earlier on Tuesday. So if you can make it 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning, to start it a little earlier on Tuesday. I'm going to try to get through the 555, 5 blasters, 5 megas, 5 hobbies. I'm going to try to get through that next week and a little bit of the following week. But let's be here now, and let's hope for, I don't want to be greedy for another 101, because we got 2 of those, or another gold. William Byron gold is not too bad. But we could be greedy. I don't care. Let's be greedy. I'm having a hard time ripping today. Come on. All right, there we go. Let's see what we got in box number 5. Cheat a little. Fan them out. We have the optic is Christopher Bell. Ha! And another 101. How about Gio Ruggiero printing plate? Our third 101 of the break. What you think? This time, who's good with the colors? Black. Who's good on the colors? This is our third 101. It's 2 printing plates. So this case had 2 printing plates in it. Let's put that right there to get it up here. The printing plate break. Gotta like that. Who had Gio? Is that Linda? Did Linda have? Who had Gio? That one's going to. Oh, there you go. Congrats on that. That's a nice job on the printing plate. Who's good with the color? Is that? I can never tell unless it's posted on it. Is this the black one? So we got these two are the printing plates. We got Ernie Irvan and Gio Ruggiero on those, and then the autograph KK, little Casey K and 101 on the autograph, and that one came out of the a blaster box. Let's keep going. That printing plate had a nice autograph in it. Let's see what else we got. We got Anthony Alfredo. There's Spencer Boyd Optic. Who knows? SVG on the insert. Here is Riley Hurst Optic. And then Bubba Walls insert, or parallel, Ryan Blaney, the E from Ryan Blaney. You have Terry Levante, Jeremy Clements Optic, and Junior on the Race Kings. Yeah, the Race Kings is a nice look. Just a few base cards to finish that stack. Let's keep going. Here's an Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards showing up. Carl Edwards Optic. We got Cole Custer. And right behind it is Kyle Busch. The B. Get the spelling out. Ty Gibbs. There is Brendan Jones. Brendan Jones here on the Optic. And JHN. Okay, pretty fun patch. This is not numbered, but it's a fun looking patch there. Race used. Jeff Gordon Unleashed. Here is a green Austin Cedric. The green optics. These are on a 99, remember? 10. Number 10 on a 99. On that one, Bubba Walls portrait. And Connor Zillage season highlights. Corey Day, parallel, and Justin Haley, Jimmy Johnson, Race Kings. To finish that stack off. All right, here's our last unwrapping. Again, thanks to everybody for hanging out with us. It was fun. I enjoyed the great talk. Thanks again for Flo and Linda to being here, helping me. I appreciate that. Let's see what we have. We haven't had the autograph yet. We're still waiting on that. And since I said 101, and we had a 101, let's say gold card. Let's say gold card now. I want a gold card. Why not? All right, here we go. Let's finish strong. All cleaned up. All right, here we go. That. We got, well, here is a William Swalach silver, and right behind it is a door number, Jeff Gordon door number. Very nice. 21 out of 24 right there. I gotta like that. I like that door number. We're gonna put that here. Jeff Gordon door number, 21 out of 24, and right next to it, we're looking at Carson Hocevar, a holographic one. What else we got here? Here is Spencer Boyd. There is Dale Jarrett is the optic, and well, when Ernie Irvan is here, he's here. How about an autograph, Ernie Irvan? 5 out of 25. This is the classic autographs today. Ken Schrader, now Ernie Irvan. 5 out of 25. Explosion, a blue explosion. Not too sure. How much did Ernie Irvan? How much was that one? Went for $2. JR. Oh, is JR still here? Yeah. JR. Not too shabby for $2. Oh, well. All right, ready? I want $1 million to be at my doorstep. Since I'm calling it, here's a gold card back there. Everybody pay attention. We got Jimmy Johnson Unleashed. Okay, hold on. I want $1 million to show up on my doorstep. Since I called the 101, I'm calling this now. Daniel Dye, Optic, Carson Kvapil. Here is Kurt Busch. No, Kyle Busch. Sorry, Kyle Busch. And what are we finishing with here? Here's Connor Hall. And right behind it is William Byron. The William Byron Gold Day. Look at that. Well, this is the William Byron show. We had a William Byron Gold Velocity and a William Byron Gold Regular. What do you call these? Just gold. This one is numbered 5 out of 10. This is the William Byron spot. It's kind of getting hard to not cover stuff up. We'll put William Byron Gold. How about that? There you go. Who had Card Lab, right? You were William Byron. Well, look at that. There you go. That's a good finish. Well, we're not done yet. Here is Team Trackhouse. And a few, no. Yeah, a few bases to finish that off. All right, here's the last handful. Sorry, I'm not going to ask for anything for you guys. I want $1 million on my doorstep. Since what I asked for actually shows up. Here is Sammy Meyer Optic. Here's a Denny Hamlin Blue, a 40 out of 49, Burning Rubber, memorabilia, and more Ken Schrader. Not a Pandora. It is a Mojo Ken Schrader. 25. This is 25 out of 25. A little on the end. There you go. Card Lab. Let me bring Ken Schrader out. We got double William Byrons, double Ernie Irvins, and we got double Ken Schraders. Not too shabby. Oh, Card Lab, thank you. Not required, but appreciated. What was Ken Schrader at? All the $2 guys are hitting. Ken Schrader, $4. There you go, Mark. I don't think he's here right now. Ooh, I'm gonna send him a picture here. He's gonna be excited. Ryan Blaney B. Let's finish. Okay, like I'd say, I want a downtown, but sorry, I'm asking for $1 million at my doorstep if all my wishes are coming true right now. Here is Parker Retzlaff on the red. Cole Custer Optic. And Matt Kenseth Unleashed there. Silver Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs Silver Optic. There is Chase Elliott. Is the parallel. And Corey Heim on the E. And looks like last pack. What do we got last pack? Daniel Hemrick. Ricky Stenhouse. Optic. Corey Heim, Race Kings. And the last card of the break is little Austin Hill. The rides Austin Hill. All right, let me organize these. We finished strong here. You gotta like that. Let's just show these again here, just to have a little fun with the last few cards. Here's everything I top loaded. And there's a few more things I'll top load. Not to worry about that, but let's see the non-autograph stuff. Let me organize here. We have, okay, here's Ernie Irvan. Might as well show There's the Ernie Irvan look if you're taking a picture. Look at how I'm going to shamelessly put United Sports Cards in the background. There's your Ernie Irvan look. That's a nice Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards Pandora. Noah Gregson is the autograph. Joey Logano autograph. Little Brennan Poole autograph. There's a couple more autographs here. Are they all on the... Let's see. We got Ken Schrader. There's a double Ken Schrader look. Ken Schrader was the autograph. And of course, our 101. Little KK 101. That's our second 101. Let's see some of the nice hits. There is Tyler Reddick was the Velocity out of 99. Unleashed, Jeff Gordon. There is SVG out of 35. A laser blue, Andre Perez de Lara. A lot of Andre Perez de Lara's here. Here's a door number of his. And then we got Anthony Alfredo. Is this two door? No. This is the out of 39, and that's the door number 1 for Andre Perez de Lara. Here's our low Joe Gibbs is out of 99. And then Bubba Walls. Bubba Walls had out of 25, a Pandora. Anthony Alfredo 25. And then let's show all the William Byron stuff. 2 gold William Byrons. We'll keep that right there. There's your 2 gold William Byrons coming today. We got the Velocity one and the regular one. Those are 2 golds for today. There's a nice Jeff Gordon door number. That's kind of fun. And then Gio Ruggiero is another 101. 3 101s today, everybody. All right. Well, hey, gotta like that. Let's shift over here to and thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate that, Dylan. I thank you for the kind words, JR. Yeah, I'm gonna get all these sorted and shipped. Who's all 101 so far? I think Linda had Gio 101 and KK. I forgot who had Casey. KK was Casey Can. Give me a second here. Who had Casey Can? Casey Can was South of 30. South of 30 had Casey Can 101 and Ernie Irvan. So 2 printing plates and 1 autograph. And JR had Ernie Irvan on those. So not too bad. Not too bad. A great break, everybody. We're going to start another 3 cases next week. Please look for that. And remember, we're starting a little earlier next week at 8 o'clock. Not too bad. It's 12 o'clock now. So that's, even though I tried to rush.